Welcome back, my dear students. Today we will explore into the fascinating physiology of reproduction, focusing on the estrous cycle in non-primates and the menstrual cycle in primates. We will see step by step how hormones from the brain and gonads coordinate ovulation, prepare the uterus, and if needed, support the process of pregnancy. By the end of this chapter or discussion, today's discussion, you will understand how these reproductive cycles not only ensure the continuation of life but also maintain hormonal balance and reproductive health. Introduction. Reproduction is basically regulated by the neuroendocrine system. It is controlled by hypothalamus. Hypothalamus excites anterior pituitary and it will excite gonads, either ovaries or testes. Then gonads produce gametes, that is either stoma or ova, that is either sperm or ova, and they also secrete hormones like estrogen, progesterone, testosterone that regulate these reproductive cycles. In females, the reproductive activity is cyclical, that is changes in ovaries and uterus. But two main types of cycles are estrous cycle, which is found in non-primates, and other one is the menstrual cycle, which is found among the primates. Oestrus cycle, which is found in non-primates, it's a rhythmic cycle change in reproductive system of non-primates. Their examples, they are found within cow, buffalo, dog, cat, horse, sheep, pig, rat, rabbit, etc. The duration varies by species. In case of cow, the estrous cycle length is 21 days, but in case of dog, it is about 6 months. The special features include the female receptive to male only during estrus. It has heat period, but there is no menstrual bleeding, which is the slight bleeding is found in dogs. Phases of estrus cycle. Proestrus or preparatory phase. Here FSH stimulates follicles growth and follicles secrete estrogen, so uterine lining proliferates, vagina and genitalia swell. Estrus or heat period. Female then allow mating, are sexually receptive. Here the high estrogen level. Ovulation occurs, it is spontaneous in moist and it can be induced in rabbits and cats. This is the image showing the estrous cycle, which have follicular phase and luteal phase. Follicular phase includes proestrus and estrus, and the luteal phase includes metestrus and diestrus phase. Metestrus, which is post-ovulatory phase, in case of ruptured follicle, corpus luteum forms. From the corpus luteum, which secretes progesterone, it prepares uterus for pregnancy. In case of diestrus or luteal phase, corpus luteum is fully functional, which produce high level of progesterone. If fertilization occurs, then it will promote pregnancy, and if there is no fertilization, corpus luteum regresses and the cycle restarts again. Now we'll study about the menstrual cycle. It is found only in primates like human, apes or monkeys. Its definition, it's a cyclical changes occur in female reproductive system. Its duration is approximately 28 days. Range varies from 21 to 35 days. The special features include it begins with menstrual bleeding or shedding of uterine lining. In this case, females are capable of sexual activity throughout the cycle. Here, the fertility is highest at ovulation. It is a menstrual phase. It is a cyclical stages between the menstrual phase, follicular phase, ovulation phase and luteal phase. This is the menstrual cycle. Phases of menstrual cycle. Menstrual phase day 1 to 5 is bleeding, 50 to 150 ml blood, mucus and tissues shed. It causes fall in estrogen and progesterone, which promote prostaglandin secretion, constriction of uterine blood vessels and shedding of stratum functionalis. Then FSH starts follicular growth. It promotes the primordial to primary and secondary follicle. Uterus, the endometrium becomes thick, approximately 2 to 5 millimeter. Pre-ovulatory phase, it varies from day 6 to 13. Ovaries, some secondary follicles secrete estrogen and inhibin. By day 6, one follicle becomes dominant and others degenerate. Dominant follicle become Graafian follicle, which is about nearly 20 millimeter. Estrogen stimulates repair and growth of endometrium. New stratum functionalis forms. Here endometrium grows to 4 to 10 millimeter. It is also called as proliferative phase. This is the image showing the menstrual cycle. Ovulation, it occurs approximately on day 14. It is mediated by the rupture of Graafian follicle, which releases secondary oocyte, and the process is called as ovulation. The oocyte is basically surrounded by zona pellucida and corona radiata. Hormonal control, high level of estrogen causes positive feedback, and it increases the level of GnRH, and it promotes the level of LH and FSH. LH surge causes ovulation within 9 hours. Then oocyte enters the fallopian tube. Post-ovulatory phase, which occurs between 15 to 28 days. Here the ovarian events, follicle, corpus hemorrhagicum it will form into luteum under the influence of LH or luteinizing hormone. Then corpus luteum secretes progesterone, estrogen, relaxin and inhibin. If no fertilization occurs, then corpus luteum degenerates in 14 days and it will form the corpus albicans. If fertilization occurs, embryo's chorion secretes HCG and then maintains corpus luteum. Uterine events, then progesterone and estrogen thicken endometrium, which is in between 12 to 18 millimeter. Then endometrium becomes glandular and vascular, which is ready for implantation. And if no fertilization occur, then hormonal levels fall and menstruation begins. Fertile period. Ovum survives in between 24 hours, approximately 24 hours after ovulation, and sperms survive 3 to 5 days in female tract. So the fertile window is 4 to 5 days before ovulation and 1 day after ovulation. So what is pregnancy and parturition? Fertilization, then it will form the embryo implants and then pregnancy begins. Pregnancy continues until parturition or childbirth. End of pregnancy promotes hormones, make uterus more excitable. Uterine stretching triggers contractions, and strong rhythmic contractions expel the baby. So in today's class we understand how the physiology of reproduction in mammals is a finely tuned rhythm between hormones and organs, from the Oestrus cycle of non-primates where females become receptive and only during heat, to the menstrual cycle of primates marked by monthly preparation and renewal of the uterus. Every step by step ensures the possibility of new life. Hormones like FSH, LH, estrogen and progesterone act in perfect combination to regulate ovulation, prepare the uterus and support pregnancy if it occurs. Remember, these cycles are not just about reproduction but also about maintaining hormonal balance, health and continuity of life. Truly, the physiology of reproduction is a remarkable symphony of biology. Thank you.